Hey guys, welcome to another 5 Minute Friday. It is almost Friday. It's Thursday today here in Australia. It's a cracking day. We're second day of spring. It's 28 degrees centigrade, so I think we're gonna have another warm summer. Anyway, stage 5 review. Wow, what can I say? That stage was boring as. No breakaway win. I don't think I've ever seen a tour stage where that hasn't happened, that I'm aware of. I'm sure someone will quote me on some stats that it has happened before, but yeah, none of the Pro Conti teams wanted to attack. It was basically a bit of a procession really until we got to about the 3K to go. Sunweb obviously lined it up. If you're in Australia or you've got access to it, have a look at Robbie McEwen's analysis of the stage. He gives a really great breakdown about, great lead out by Sunweb. Caleb Ewan was basically trying to sprint into position, so he was never going to make it. But Wout van Aert obviously got on Cees Bol's wheel and opened up the sprint. When Sunweb opened up the sprint, Wout just came round and made it look easy. I think he is in incredible form at the moment. He was immense on stage 4, leading the peloton on that climb, and then backs it up with a great sprint victory today. I think the other major talking point, or the outrage, if you will, I'll get my coat. Alaphilippe obviously losing or being deducted 20 seconds, taking the bid in at, I think, the 17k mark. So a silly error by Quick-Step really. I think everyone knows that rule, and I know a few people out there obviously saying the jury's got it wrong and the punishment's not in line with the offence. My view is, I think, to maintain the integrity of the Tour de France, they have to come down hard on that type of stuff. And if they don't punish riders, and in particular if they don't punish French riders if they're caught doing it, then I think people are going to start to say, well, hang on, you're favouring the French riders, and that's not a good look, and they can't have that. And I think it's one of the reasons why you'll never see the Tour. I don't think you would see the Tour cancelled during this COVID period with a French rider in yellow. I mean, if it happened that way and it was becoming unsustainable, then yeah, maybe. But I think the organisers would look to avoid that at all costs. So that's my view on it. I'd be keen to hear other people's views, but silly mistake really by Quick-Step, and I think they could have been avoided. Now, on to stage 6. Keep on saying interesting stages. I think this parcours in general has really delivered for us so far, but stage 6, overall, I think it's hard to say which way this stage will go. I think my gut feel is I reckon Jumbo are now keen to take yellow. We've had a number of stages so far, they've just kind of been quite happy to sit back, but they are starting to play their cards a little bit. Will they win the stage tonight, make it 3 in a row? I mean, they look like the strongest team, and I can't see, form to me shows that they are probably going to win the stage again tonight. I think, the parcours tonight is pretty flat up until they start. There's a couple of cat-free climbs, and then they move on to the Col de la Lozette. That's a 11.7 kilometre climb, a 7.3% average. Now, I've had a look at this climb, and I've read a number of previews. It is brutally hard, it's irregular. There's a number of steep ramps between 11 and 13%. It's a very narrow road, and it's going to be super selective. Now, when they get to the top of that climb, it's 15 k's or so to the finish, but again, uphill. How is it going to play out? My gut feel, for the reasons I just outlined, I think it's going to be a GC day, and I think Jumbo will be keen to get into yellow if they can. I think you would see the likes of Sepp Kuss, for example, doing a lot of the work towards the top of that climb. That type of climb will suit him, and maybe you'll see him and Roglic and a number of others coming down to the finish together. And if it's an uphill bunch kick like we saw on stage 4, Roglic can harvest time bonuses like they're going out of fashion, basically. So to me, I think if it's a small GC sprint at the end, Roglic's going to win this every day of the week, and he's got the team to bring back any people or any riders that try and get up the road, in my opinion. Other riders that we can obviously have a look at, the Pog obviously went very well. I thought it was another second place for me, but I thought he went really well on stage 4. Guillaume Martin, he's flying, and I think You know, he was great at Dauphiné. He didn't look so good on stage 5, but he looked really good on stage 4 2 days ago. And I think, you know, he just opened up his sprint a little bit too early, so I think he would have learnt that lesson, and I'm keen to have a play on him. Bernal was in the mix there. I think you'll have Dumoulin, a number of others still there. Will Carapaz show, you know, lose more time? Yates is going to be in yellow. You know, he said he was keen to try and win this stage, but I think he is going to be heavily marked, and I think we're going to see Jumbo on the offensive tonight. Breakaway riders, I think. Look, I don't think it's going to be a break tonight. I'll be surprised if it was, but I think, you know, there's a fairly long list. Go and have a look at the GC and look how many riders are down on time. A couple of names to mention. Gogol, obviously. Nico Roche has said he's going to go in the break. Tadeja lost a heap of time yesterday. Omar Frey, he lost a heap of time as well yesterday. So those are all names that could go in the break. And but yeah, my plays for this evening. A couple of bets, we're keeping it fairly limited, so keen on Roglic for the reasons I've outlined. Guillaume Martin, I think the odds are pretty average, to be honest, and I think they've been smashed, but if you're in Australia you can get $34 for the win at PointsBet and $10 for the top 3, it's pretty handy. And I'll have a little play on Nico Roche for the breakaway as well, just in case. I think he's climbing really well. You know, I think he might be targeting the polka dots as well. Anyway, we're at 6 minutes now, so a little bit over, but once again, thank you for watching. Keen to hear your thoughts and feedback on how this stage might go and any improvements for the videos. And I'm enjoying doing these, so I'm going to keep on doing them. And yeah, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Thank you.